What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to this Pseudo Monsooning with beer yeast, lager yeast to be exact. So in this episode, I'm just going to go over adding some water to the beans. All of the water that was contained in the yeast pack and all the water that I added to it with a little bit of Vigor Grow, I don't know, whatever it was called. All that water was absorbed, every bit of it. So I'm having to add more water. Having to is probably not the right word. I'm just going to. I don't know if it needs it, but I want to add more water to cover the beans, or at least try with the amount of water I have. Add some more of that nutrient, and I'm also adding 1 heaping teaspoon of powdered sugar. Right or wrong, just a little bit of sugar to give it something to chew on, give the yeast to chew on. So let's take a look. All right, I had to take the beans out of the fridge to get through this part. It's just too dark. So let me give you a little reference here. This right here was a line I drew where the beans were. This, which is about a half inch above, is where the water was. As you can see now, the beans are way up here. Probably almost doubled in size. And there's a little bit of liquid down here, but it's not covering the beans, obviously. So I need to go ahead and add some water up here so that all the yeast can be in contact with the beans. Although all the beans have some yeast on them, they're wet and they've grown, obviously, and they're very pale. So we'll get some water added here in just a bit. So this is my container that has my water and sugar mixture. How appropriate is that? And this was a pot of my Bonavita pot that I boiled and cooling down, and the outside's 93, which, let me see what the water temp is on the inside. About 9800. This water temp is 64. So I'm gonna let this one cool down a little bit more before I pitch it in with the beans. All right, it's time to add the extra nutrients, water. And yes, I know I'm breaking the seal, but for this it's okay. So this is going to be the sugar water, and this will be just regular water. This water is about 90 some odd degrees. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this a little more. There we go. Okay. So now, there's quite a bit of water in there, fully covered. So I'm going to give it a shake and put it back in the fridge. Alright, so we're back in the fridge. And I was taking a temperature reading on this earlier, so I decided to take one now as well. Right now it's 77, which is expected, putting in warm water with cold beans. But what was interesting is that although I'm getting about a 50 some odd degree temperature of the ambient temperature in the fridge, I'm getting right at 60 degrees, 59 degrees of surface temperature right here when I take a reading. So I want this to ferment in that range. So looks like we got the thermostat set on the fridge pretty good. All right, till next time. Take care, everybody. We'll see y'all later.